fun.
Yeah, I mean, she's been limited in practice, so we're still very cautious and working our way back and really letting her body kind of tell her how much to do and really relying on the trainers, the athletic training staff. But she's making great progress, and that's what we need just to make sure that we're super cautious and have no setbacks.
How about your handling of Dee Dee? How do you balance like real life stuff with also, hey, we need you out on the court. Let's get you up to speed here.
Yeah, I mean, her mental and emotional well-being is the priority. You know, taking as much time as she needs, personally to work through, making sure that we have every resource available for her. And then when she's here, this can kind of be an escape, right? This can be an escape for her, and now she's getting back into the mix. She didn't practice for about a week, so working her way back in and getting her timing and her rhythm is important. But taking care of her as a person is the most important thing. It's the priority.
Is the goal then ultimately, hopefully, she'll be able to get at least one game in this weekend?
Yes, I hope so. That's the goal, is her to be able to get it. We need to figure out a rotation with her on the floor, what we look like in the way that she spaces the floor, what kind of advantages we can have on both ends with her out there. So that's the goal.
Chelsea talked about kind of training camp changing to the details. What has shifted? What details are you focusing on kind of going into this?
With timing, spacing, execution, offensively, setting and using screens, making sure we understand what actions we're trying to get, who we're trying to get it for. Certainly that on the defensive end, communication and application of our coverages. You want to be able to play through mistakes. You want to be able to find calm in a storm. So we don't do like brick practicing where we want to get it perfect every time. But we've got to make sure that we're able to pay attention to the details, put first things first, as we like to say, and then be able to play through that.
Coach, you guys have kind of adopted that now you know mantra that's kind of been put out by the team there. What does that mean to you and how you're kind of coaching this team?
Yeah, I mean, to me, it means holistically from the WNBA standpoint and women's basketball standpoint, like now you know where you've been, and from those of us who have been a part of this league for me it's been 25 years. This is what we've always envisioned it being like, and I think from a team standpoint, just the recognition that comes with our team and with Caitlin and with having back-to-back number one picks with AB, we're not going to surprise anybody, but we're also going to get everybody's best shot. So we also have to hold ourselves to that standard, in that, look, we know that we're going to have a target on our back, and we've got to be able to bring an elite level mindset every single day.
For you personally, being around this league for 25 years and now seeing it at this moment, is there an emotional kind of reaction for you? Is there a satisfaction, or is it always kind of keep on working?
It's always keep on working. I mean, I think the time when you start to reflect is usually when you're finished, whether that's playing or whether that's coaching, when you move on. So, I mean, for me personally, I'm excited that I'm still a part of it, where we are right now. But we also understand that we still have a long way to go.
Were you able to watch last night?
Yeah, man.
What was your reaction about how much coaches always preach
Yeah.
play to the final buzzer,
Yeah.
play all 48 minutes? How'd that make you feel seeing that?
I mean, toughness, number one, competitive spirit, number two, not being afraid of moments, number three, our staff and myself have gone back and forth with time and score situations of missing free throws. So in my head, I'm like, did he miss that on purpose? Did we work on that tip? Because those are all things that we've been talking about. Situational basketball, being able to inbound the basketball. When to use fouls that we've seen over the last course of the last couple of days. Timing and when you use fouls. I mean, all of those things that we debate and talk about as coaches all the time, and then situations that we end up practicing in practice. But doing it in practice is one thing. Being able to do it in live action is a whole different scenario.
Timeout.
You missed it on purpose?
Hmm?
You think you missed it on purpose?
I don't know. That was the first thing that came through my mind. It was a short arm. The tip was right there. It was perfect. So I don't know.
And timeout's another thing, right? They have
Yes.
it at their disposal, chose not to use
Yep.
it. Tyrese made it.
Absolutely. And that's the difference in a team that you trust and you've been building with, and a team that you're new to. I mean, that's part of our process right now in practice, is figuring out what can we allow them to play through, when do we need to use timeouts. We don't want to allow the defense to set necessarily, so we want to allow them to make plays, but part of that's building trust and understanding in time and score situations what we want to get, and when we know that they have that understanding, I think it's a little easier to let them play through that.